Guys, a few things for the channel today. Yes, I know I'm wearing a tank top underneath a jacket because I'm not smart, as you can probably tell by the title. But today's video is not about that. Well, it kind of is about how I'm not smart, but it's not really about, my intellect. It's about something that I didn't see. Here, hang on a second. Let me flip around this camera. Alright, we got both the quads here. My dad's, which has been on the channel, and that drift video I made was on his because mine, of course, wasn't running right. Because, remember, I said mine went idle, even after I rebuilt the carb and everything. This connection here is shit. Okay. Well, here's mine. The carb's not in it. I just had to roll it out to get this out of the way. And here's my dad's. I didn't even take the carb out, because I knew whatever it was had to be with, the idle. And I knew I put a new jet in. So, look at that. See that arm there on the throttle drum? Take a look at that. See that arm there on the throttle drum, how it moves? Now look at mine. What's that? There's no arm. Look at that. That arm somehow broke off, and because I didn't see this one first, I just oh, there's the throttle drum, that's how it connects. I refused to check how this works. And I don't even know why, because I was adjusting this and not realizing, wait, nothing's setting on it. So I was smart enough to know maybe this needs to be adjusted, but still stupid enough to think, hey, something's going on here. So I took this car about 3 times, right? I adjusted this screw, made sure it was an adjustment. I adjusted that screw, make sure it was an adjustment. I replaced the pilot jet. I put a couple new gaskets in the carb, right? You'd think everything's all hunky-dory. Why isn't this thing running? It runs balls to the wall just fine, but does not idle. And why does this right here run? Well, Dad said, hey, take apart my carb. Just take the side cover off even. And just get a look at there. And sure enough, there's my problem. It took me half an hour of work to do this. All right, to get all the tools out, take this little plastic off, put the things back in, spread the plastics, undo a couple bolts. Fuel tank bolts are down there. Undo 2 screws, take off this cover, unsnap it, take a look at it. They can go into the garage, take mine, which is just sitting on the workbench out, compare it. That's all I had to do. So, to put this back together, all I got to do is put the gas tank back in, hook up the fuel line. It's good to go, and I know what to do. But you see, I took the carburetor on and off. Let's see, I took it off, put it back on, took it off, put it back on, took it off. I did that, but on vacation alone, I did something with it 3 times. I could have, after the first time it not running, instead of then taking it off, adjusting it, trying it, I could have just as easily, hey, look at this carburetor, take it apart in 30 minutes, see what's wrong with it, put it back together, order the part, and I could come down on a weekend like this and do it today. I won't necessarily be able to do it spring break, the way the schedule was and the way shipping is. I couldn't necessarily have got it done, not spring break, winter break, but I could have gotten it done this weekend or a couple weekends ago. There was probably some time where I could have come over for an hour or two, had the thing completely sorted out, and been riding at the end of it. If I just have to do with the wheel bearings and clutch, which I could just take a day off in the summer because they're not failed, they're just bad, and the clutch isn't even slipping, so I could still ride on it, get a few rides, and then just take a day off, pull it in, change the oil, do that. So yeah, all my problems with this quad have just been trying to get the damn thing to idle. And here it is, that problem. I just solved that problem right here. So now I know I could go on Rocky Mountain or Dennis Kirk, Bike Bandit, any kind of online company, go to a parts diagram, find whatever I need, maybe do a little bit of research. Hopefully I could just get a throttle drum. Hopefully I don't need a new spring and everything. I just need, the drum itself. I could put it in there, and once I get it in, I could just kind of play with the adjustment. I'll put it on factory, maybe a turn rich over factory or something. And not even a full turn. And then just use that as default and, just play with that screw. And if all works, I'll be riding this quad again. So I'm glad I finally figured this out. Definitely spring break. I'll have the part by spring break. And it should only take me like a good solid day of working on it to get it back together, get it the way it needs to be, and that'll be that. So yeah, guys, if you've been wondering where the quad's been, this is where it's been. And this quad is not broke also. I know you guys see the plastic's all spread apart. The carburetor at this point even still works. I mean, really all I got to do is snap on that side cover somehow. It's a little bit tricky if finagled in there. I just snap that back on, reconnect the fuel line, slide the tank in there, do like a dozen bolts, and that's it. I'll have that back together within, you know, an hour probably. You know, under an hour even, and get the tools put away. And I took pictures, so I know what to look for. I know what the problem is. And right here, my quad, I know what I need for it now, so I wouldn't say the problem's solved, because obviously this quad isn't running right now, but I found the solution to the problem. So now it's just a matter of applying. You know what I mean? It's like you have a hard math problem. It's like you have a hard math problem, right? You're trying to figure it out, but then once you eventually figure out the right equation to use, you just plug the numbers in and solve it, right? And it's just show your work, do that. It just takes some time to do that, but it's, you know what to do at that point. And I'm at that point. I found the equation. I know what I got to do. So, yeah, in a few weeks, when I get some time off from school, this quad will be back up and running. And doing wheelies, burnouts, and all that good shit. Also, I'm going to start doing some fitness vlogs on my channel. I know if you watch some of my older videos from like this winter, I put on some weight. And I'm starting to change. I don't know if you already see it in my face, but yeah, I'm starting to lose weight, drink only water, eat better, you know, count my calories, you know, hit the gym 3 to 5 times a week. I'm starting to get back into that. Starting to run again, so yeah, I'll start making some videos on that. I'm still going to do the moto thing, but I think maybe making some fitness videos. I'll just try my hand at it, because why not? Well, anyway, guys, I got to put that quad back together, and got some stuff to do today, so I will see you later. Y'all been great.